Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome back to session 59 of Shadows of Sorcery. Joining me this evening are...
The fuck?
The fuck?
Did everyone else hear that?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was the devil.
I see. That was the devil. Got it.
I absolutely did not instantly click the sound box while I was opening my character sheet.
Okay.
And hit the Larry fucking meme on TikTok sound.
Great. Amazing. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shadows of Sorcery, session 59. Joining us this evening, our intrepid party of adventurers who believed they'd killed the big bad. It's our wondrous team. In first place, the first to know all the bad stuff to come, Ingvar Svan, as played by Lydia.
God damn it.
Hiding in a box somewhere in a warehouse, it's Darren Moran, as played by Line.
I don't know that I can fit in those boxes anymore.
You're standing next to a coffin!
Well, currently I'm getting shade, actually, from the local dragon, but nonetheless.
Also standing next to a coffin, swords drawn and at the ready, Prodigious Maximus, as played by Elfie Oakwood. And last but not least, looking a little lost, standing in the sands, our wondrous librarian, Arcus, as played by Zarian.
My mind's sand. It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
Thanks. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. Who wants to take the recap? You're all learning well. One of these days, one of you is going to slip up. Right. So, last we left off in a dark alley. Our friends Darren and Prodigious Maximus got ambushed and called for aid. It took a few rounds, but you all eventually grouped up. You bashed some mercenaries in the skull. You definitely killed one. You non-lethaled two. And then you interrogated one. And you found out that they had been sent to kidnap Prodigious Maximus with an interesting coin, amulet type thing that could enchant and ensorcel and give directed commands. You let the last member of the mercenary band sprint off into the night. You regrouped at the tavern. You had a long rest. And then you went off in search of this warehouse out on the edge of the city. On approaching the warehouse, you all spotted a few different things. Ingvar, you noticed an old friend. A very old friend, in fact. Othar, a orcish gentleman who you had last seen in Hopewell many, many years ago. Darren and Prod and Librarian, you all went and explored the interior of this warehouse. You tried to find out why Prodigious Maximus had been directed to come here. And in doing so, you found a coffin-sized box with the inscription of the Carnifex on it in Thieves' Cant. While the three of you were looking around, you, Ingvar, were introduced to Thieran, a tall, dark-haired, slim man wearing a waistcoat and a little bow tie and little glasses, who is Othar's fiancé, but you know him by another name, Gabriel Blackwood, a man that your team heartily and handily dispatched in the basement of his manor back in Farrenhall. And that is where we left off. So, what's everybody doing?
I'm still trying to process the word ensorcel is real.
You've never heard the word ensorcel?
No, because it sounds fucking fake. What do you
It
mean?
does, but it's also extremely real.
It is very real. Ensorcel is a very real word.
What does the very real word mean?
To enchant.
To fascinate or enchant.
To fascinate, to enchant, to, well, essentially to,
You,
like...
the Italian wizard about to ensorcel with my meatball spell.
Get out. What are you all doing?
I mean,
Rod he's a very brave boy. Where's Gabriel? Where's Gabe's?
Well,
yeah, like where is everyone actually on the map?
okay. So, at the moment... Hold on, let me... Okay, so you would be in here with Prod. Arcus, you are out front here. And Ingvar is at this little table with some cards laid out, speaking to Othar and quote-unquote Lord Gabriel Blackwood is here.
He is trying so hard not to just go, how the fuck are you alive? Adam.
Quote-unquote Blackwood is going to roll a perception check on you. And rolls a natural 4. Okay. Yeah, so Othar sort of extends an arm out around this shorter man. In comparison to him, Othar is like a big, orcish fellow. Extends an arm, puts it around a man who he's introduced to you as Thieran. Puts it around his shoulder and goes, this is my fiancé, Thieran. He's, how do I... He was part of the, relocation program that brought me down to Matina. And Thieran says, well, a pleasure to meet you, Ingvar. I've been told quite a bit about you, actually. Othar here has nothing but words of praise for their old mine foreman.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I can assure you I can assure you. I'm trying to think of the right word here. I'm probably not on the pedestal I've been put on, but you know.
Nobody ever is, really. We all strive for the best in people, you know?
True.
Othar, darling, they need me back at the magistracy chambers. But if you need anything, and are we on for dinner tonight? And Othar turns to him and goes, yes, Thieran, I'll be there, don't worry. And Thieran stands up, sort of gets on his tiptoes, kisses Othar on the cheek, and walks off. Past you, Arcus, as you turn around, you see this figure in a waistcoat with slicked black hair walk out into the city from the warehouse.
Do I have time to do anything before he walks fully out of sight?
Sure.
What do I see with my magic vision? Is this an illusion? I just seen a dead man walking.
Not an illusion. Holding 2 magic items on his person.
Okay, so that's definitely Gabriel Blackwood. It looks like their defenses are pretty low, so... Where am I next to right now? I don't think I'm near anyone.
Don't. Oh, no, I'm not near you. I can't say anything.
Same.
I'm gonna go look for Prod.
Okay. You go look for Prod, and you watch as the figure of supposedly Gabriel Blackwood walks off into the city. Prod is relatively easy to find. They're just with Darren
Dicking about with something that I found.
Yeah, you're all just standing in like this big warehouse area near this crate at the back that has the Carnifex symbols sort of carved into the lid. All right, I can do this. Yeah, it's this crate.
The pointy.
The pointy. I can do the pointy.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
So you find Prod and Darren sort of poring over this large, coffin-shaped box in the back of the warehouse.
What are you two up to right now?
We're checking out the box they were going to shove Prod in.
Okay, so that was just to confirm. I have a very important thing. You know Gabriel Blackwood, the man we killed?
Huh?
Yes.
I just saw him
vividly,
walking
yes.
down the street.
Huh?
Huh?
It was not an illusion. I made sure there was no magic involved. He has a couple magic items on person, but he's alive. Whoever we killed wasn't Gabriel Blackwood.
Have you maybe spent a little too much time in the desert heat?
I was in the shade for a good 50. It was definitely him. It had
because
everything.
We had a poison that only worked on Gabriel Blackwood, and it worked on that guy.
That's a good
Well,
point.
no, maybe he has a twin.
Oh God, is it twins? I will tell you about an ex-boyfriend of mine at some point.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess it could be, as the elves say, les enfants terribles, but nonetheless,
Wait, where's
we
Ingvar?
need more info before we do anything there, I think.
Speak into the magic ring. Oi, Ingvar! Did you just see
Ingvar,
who I thought we just saw? Who, the librarian thought they just saw? Arcus just thought they saw?
did you see Gabriel Blackwood?
I think we'll just kind of... He's probably gone about 6 shades paler than usual.
Othar is standing in front of you going, just kind of waxing poetical about Thera. A little bit. He's not a very good poet, admittedly. But he's waxing poetical a bit, and eventually he sort of as your friends start to contact you over the ring, he says, right, I've got to get back to work. But if you need anything while you're in the city, Ingvar, don't hesitate to let me know, alright? And he gets up and walks out into the mid-afternoon sun.
Ingvar just kind of, gives him a nod and just says he gives Walther a nod and says, yeah, not a problem if we need anything. And then he just says to the guys and says to the ring, where are you guys? And I'll just meet you in person. And be safer.
We're in the back of the storage area. Go around the corner and take the second right.
Left corner or right corner?
The one we approached from.
Or if you would assume which door I could see.
It's easy enough for you to find. It's not a particularly hard place to get to.
Except for Casma, apparently.
He's
Where's
on the
Casma
move.
gone?
This area apparently is having troubles with the camera for me. Ah!
That's probably
I got it.
The sky level
Yeah,
is
just
very
put your
low.
like lock and everything down from the bottom, and it helps a lot.
It's right down at the bottom. It doesn't help.
You got the
Yeah.
white bit down to the bottom as well.
Yep.
Oh, mine's like a little bit above the bottom apparently.
Teeny bit. We're very, very low down.
I managed to squeeze it in.
Yeah. We're there.
But yeah, he approaches the group and goes, "That was fucking Blackwood!"
It
In a harsh
can't-
whisper.
It can't be Blackwood. We murdered Blackwood with the thing that only murders Blackwood.
I've just looked the man in the face!
He turned to goop because of the poison that we got specifically for Blackwood. It cannot be him.
It could
Well,
be some sort of someone using like you said he had some magic items on him. Is someone wearing a magic item that alters his appearance?
It's possible, but normally that would show like a lot of illusion magic, I'd presume, looking at DM.
Your detect magic. Can that see what class of magic it is?
Yes, explicitly, I believe it
There
can.
was no illusion magic on his person.
Okay.
Or it
also
could be
sounds-
twins.
It also sounded like him, unless he's got an identical twin we've never been aware of.
Identical twin is the most plausible explanation because, as I say, it can't. There is no way it is Blackwood.
Or maybe Blackwood was wearing illusion shit the whole time to make him look like this person. As like a being able to slip under the radar kind of thing. Because we know he used doubles already.
What did he say he was doing around here? Did that come up at all?
The magistrate something.
He helped Arthur. And I said translate. No, that's not the right word.
Right.
Relocate down here to Bettina.
Does that seem like something the real Blackwood would be into?
Moving people around for certain reasons makes sense.
Maybe.
What happened? What happened for you guys to move?
Who moves what? Where?
You.
Ingvar, what happened for you guys to have to be relocated?
The mines collapsed. Essentially. I lost a leg in the process. I lost a wife in the
Yes.
process.
Yes, Ingvar's entire tragic backstory is why they had to move.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Never told us that. Okay.
Well, you knew I had not me,
I
but
think you had a lost leg. I didn't know you lost a wife.
Yes, hence the daughter situation.
I lost
You have a daughter?
wife. I had a wife, a daughter, and a son. I have a son left.
Ingvar,
I find it-
Roll me an intelligence check.
I find it incredibly hard to imagine that one of the heads of the Carnifex Syndicate would just be hanging out here while his doubles do everything. It seems a bit below his station.
Or maybe
I
he
think I just
took
got the
on
dragon.
the image of a rando. No offense to Theo. Because that's safer than having your own image and being a massive criminal.
Do we
That was
know
an
if,
it.
do we know
Wasn't
if
it?
the
Okay.
if the dude we killed had like any kind of like disguised self or something going?
No, because we killed him in the
Uh,
anti-magic field, didn't we?
Right,
Well, all his
yeah.
items were
Killed him in the
deactivated.
anti-magic field. Any items that he had running on him would have been completely dispelled by that, at least temporarily.
So right
We've
now
got to
the-
know if it's twins.
it's the only
There
explanation
is one
I
other
got.
option.
Oh,
The other option.
They could be a changeling.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about changelings.
don't have much experience with them, but that would explain it. But boy, pick a better target. Ooh, that's a bad
Yeah,
person
they've
to
got some
look like.
kind of.
I mean, this isn't going to be much to go on, but Otho and Blackwood Blackwood mentioned about them going for dinner tonight. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where dinner is.
I mean, we're here because people were coming here to, like, prod later. Do we...
No, it was earlier that they were here to kill me.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
They
We were just
they
about
were
to
here
eat
to
all that.
kill you earlier. However, you don't know when they were planning to collect you. And since the box is still here,
Oh yeah, this box full of bombs! I open the thing.
you
I
open a
What?
different crate, and there's just these things you have seen before, Ingvar. These large obsidian-like orbs with this like glowing red center.
No shit.
And it's just a box filled with racks upon racks of them.
Do you think they would mind if I take one?
I don't know if there's notice.
Prod already
Are
has
these
4.
highly dangerous and volatile?
Fuck it. He just yoinks one, just shoves it in his back.
What do they do again, Ingvar?
They go boom.
Ah yeah, they go boom. Do you want them? You're long range. I give 4 of mine to you. I'm never gonna use them. They're never gonna be useful to me.
He just kind of quickly stores them in his backpack and forgot
You
to
might
boom.
be surprised, actually, but, you know.
Alright, I pick one out of the box and put it in my pocket, so I have one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Should we pick this?
They'll definitely notice if we take too many of them. So the question is, do we worry about them noticing?
I think by the time the notice has been taken, we'll be long gone from this warehouse.
True, but that also will mean they'll know somebody saw their stuff,
And also,
which might be worse.
your old friend might get in trouble, and he seems like a decent guy. Oh yeah, he's an orc! I should probably talk to him.
I mean, you could if you want. He's
Yeah,
your way
he's
back
very-
to work.
Yeah, he's easy to find.
You can't exactly miss him.
And it was me that they wanted. He must know something about me getting
Something.
kidnapped, right? If he's in charge of this warehouse.
I mean, just because he's an orc doesn't necessarily mean he knows about the orc kidnapping business.
Well, you might know why the
Well,
you
he's in
might
charge of the warehouse I was going to get kidnapped at.
you might know why the coffin was who put the coffin here or whatever.
Oh, we could check his paperwork.
No fun paperwork.
If we can get access to their records, we might be able to find out who delivered the coffin.
That's a good point.
Okay, so I guess we have
Nice.
2 avenues.
Where did let's find a different word other than Blackwood. Obscure wood. Where
Where did Whitewood come from?
Where did Mr. Wood come from?
Are you whitewashing Mr. Wood?
Where did Woody come from?
Oh gods.
Okay, where is Harrelson from? Do we know?
they said they were going to go. They had to go somewhere today. We could scope out that location. Right? Ingvar, you were there when he said it. What did he say? Looking at DM.
He said, I heard he was going back to somewhere, but I've already forgotten where. Ugh, my brain.
He said he'd been called to the magistracy, which is actually somewhere that you guys do need to go at some point, to quote unquote collect your reward for the stuff at the temple. But you know that the magistracy is essentially the quote unquote halls of justice for the city. They double up as both political and like judicial offices, essentially.
He said he was heading back to the magistrate.
Okay. Well, we're headed there anyways. I suggest we go, but also that we go in maybe incredibly tactically. Oh, you did a big poof, didn't you? I look at Darren.
Sorry?
You. I meant a
Did a
magical
what?
transformation.
Oh, right. Yeah, because the last time...
The last time
He
they
who
saw
shall not
you,
be
you
named.
didn't look the way that you did, right? You do now, right?
You were
The
still
egg hadn't
dwarven.
quite cracked, yes, I guess that's the way we'll put it.
You could go in first, maybe even disguise yourself and say that you're a representative of us, and we will be right behind you, just in case they try and kill us all.
I mean, I wasn't at the temple either, so I don't really have first-hand information for it. So, I guess that makes me more believable as an uninvolved third party.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
Blackwood hasn't seen you in this form either.
Correct. So,
So you'll be able to go in and get the scoop.
right, I might need to mess up my hair a little bit just to make it look even less like me. But okay,
Oh, I have hair gel. I like pull out some hair gel from like a inner pocket. Do you want to try?
I'm about to look like a children's cartoon like antagonist from the 90s now, aren't I?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, right. I play the role of mediator or whatever.
Yeah.
Funny how
Uh,
we keep ending up in these roles.
Librarian, Arcus. Can you leave one of your little scuttlebugs here just to monitor who is coming to collect this crate?
I can, but it'll only work for about 1,000 feet or so.
Okay.
Far
so
is it to the Magister?
The Magistracy is on the eastern side of the city, and you guys are on the southern side. So
Okay.
it's
How
quite
wide
away.
is the city then?
The city
How long
is
is a
like
piece
a
of rope,
good-
you know?
Yeah, I mean,
everyone knows cities
The
aren't
city-
more than like 500 feet wide.
the city is a couple of leagues across.
How much is a league?
That's
far
for
into the
you
sea
to
are we
decide.
using deprecated measurements on us.
Nobody used leagues. That's why we use them in D&D.
800 yawns.
Which
Stone's throw.
is...
How many lengths of a king's foot?
You do not know the exact distance between here and the Magistracy. All you know is that it's definitely more than 1,000 feet.
Okay. Is there any way that we can continue to spy here? Wait. This is weird. Ingvar, do you have, like, a mental connection with Casimir? Or, like, can you understand what Casimir sees and understands and interprets? Okay. Because, like, if you left Casimir here, could he chat to us through one of the magic rings?
I don't think the dragon speaks common.
Yeah, but do you speak dragon is more the question. Wait, do you speak dragon? I look at Darren.
That feels prejudiced somehow, but yes, I do.
Well, then, prejudice if you speak dragon.
You're presuming I speak dragon because of this, or
Well, no, because you're a dragon nerd.
I'm.
You are
I mean,
kind
yes,
of obsessed with
that's-
dragons. That was the whole thing.
Well, yes, it made sense to learn Draconic, but yeah, yes, I speak dragon.
Okay. Could you talk with, Casimir, while Casimir stays here to watch what's going on? And then if trouble happens, he can just fly away, because he's a fucking dragon.
I guess I could. I guess I could.
Is that allowed? Alfie at DM, is that allowed?
Hang on, let me just see if my
Okay.
accent's better these days.
Okay.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Hey, Lucian, is there an animal in this storage room anywhere? That's like in a cage or something with a view of the coffins?
Roll me a luck check. Just roll a d20.
Okay. Like, I'll bring out my luck dice.
I really want
It's a 5! Who knew I would be unlucky of all people?
There's a couple of rats, but they're not stationary.
Okay. Wait, what?
There's a couple of rats, but they're not stationary. Like, they're scurrying to
Okay.
and from.
Is there like a
Um,
cage nearby?
Not that you can see. How would that roll?
We'll just put a rat in the box, and then when they open the box to see the goods, the rat will have a good look of their faces, right?
As for
You're so
your current situation, Lang, are you actually trying to communicate with Kazma?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to roll intelligence or something for the dragon?
What is Kazma's intelligence score?
Let me have a quick look at the thing in my bob. Why did Roll20 apparently decide to blind me this evening? It's an 8.
So he's not gonna win the spelling bee. But
He's not
Between
going to
him
win
and-
the spelling bee. And because of his... Okay, this is going to be difficult. Kazma can understand the commands given by Ingvar because of the bond he shares with Ingvar. He does not, because of his upbringing, technically, have any understanding of Draconic as a language, because he's also not technically a dragon. He's a drake. And he's the drake belonging to a drake warden.
I mean, I'm
As-
speaking Draconic, right?
You're speaking Draconic.
Watashi wa desu.
It's fine. I'll just
Kazma-
speak it with a Welsh accent.
Okay, Kazma can understand the commands given by his warden, because Ingvar is his warden. He does not seem to grasp the shape of the words you are trying to convey to him, because he's never been taught Draconic. It's not in his repertoire of languages. He wouldn't know them because he's not a dragon, technically.
And he was technically a stray before you being
Yeah,
picked him up.
he was. I mean, technically speaking, what Kazma is not really in any way, shape, or form close to Draconic. Well, I
Sorry.
I think form can be debatable a bit.
Covering
Hold
his
on.
little ears. Don't you listen to them, Kazma?
You're a big dragon, I
Okay.
promise.
What Kazma technically is a creature known as a garden wyvern, which is not a dragon in any sense of the word.
In the same way that a gecko isn't a crocodile.
Yeah, he's about as close to a dragon as a cat is to a rock, basically, as in the bird.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's or like as close as a sparrow is to a rock. Then yeah, that makes more sense. So yeah, he's not really understanding anything you're saying, basically.
He just kind of tilts his head and just snorts at you.
Yeah,
Aw.
basically. Like he'll
Well-
understand Ingvar, but he can't communicate. Like in
Is
yeah.
Kazma a willing creature to me?
Under most circumstances, I
As
expect so.
as long as Ingvar allows it, yeah.
Yeah?
Ingvar, can I try something with Kazma?
Go for it.
I would like to use Gaze of Two Minds, my Eldritch Evocation. That lets me
Okay.
see through their senses, as long as I use my bonus action every turn. And I'll just keep using that forever until I don't need it anymore.
Does that not have a range limit?
No, it doesn't actually. The only range limit is for spellcasting explicitly, which is 60 feet.
That's fine. Yeah, you look into Kazma's eyes, the first thing you feel as your mind entwines with that of this garden wyvern turned drape, like dragonling type thing, is hunger and electricity buzzing just under your skin. As like you stare back at yourself through Kazma's eyes, you start to feel as Kazma feels. Something that you don't get with like other creatures that are more sentient, but Kazma is more primal as a source of mental connection. So there's an overflow into your own mind of base instinct, essentially. But the connection is formed, and if willing, you can see through Kazma's eyes.
Yay! Okay, so Kazma can kind of like hide here and I can look through his eyes. I guess is the plan now. And then if there's any danger, you can just summon Kazma back, can't you?
Yeah, he's got the I want to say the bracelet thing on his wrist.
Oh, glowy
Summon
orb form.
Yeah,
Gorb.
I mean, you can basically snap your fingers and unsummon Kazma at will, if needed.
Oh. Have we ever done that? That probably would have come in handy a few times.
Yeah, you've done it a few times. It's just that it takes an action to summon Kazma in combat, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Now here comes the other question: where are we going to hide the dragon, the wyvern?
Yeah, he's not as discreet as the.
Can you go Babby form?
Can Kazuma shrink?
He can grow, he can't shrink.
Well, the raptor's for you, buddy.
How long can he hold a pose? Maybe we can make him look taxi.
I don't think he's got the intelligence to stand there in his pose for like hours on a pose time.
Oh yeah,
Raptors
and also
it is.
first of all, I'm just gonna get some rations out my pack and feed Kazma. He's very hungry.
I keep feeding them.
He's a growing dragon.
He is.
Okay, get in the rafters and pretend you're a security system. If anyone asks, you're the alarm.
I mean, you watch as like Kazma hops up a couple of boxes and then sort of like perches on top and then just curls up with his tail hanging down. He's not
Okay, so he's
especially
xenomorphing.
invisible, but he looks like part of the scenery.
Yeah, he's xenomorphing it.
Fair.
You do watch as the rafter sort of bends a little bit under his weight. It's just... But it seems to be able to hold his weight for now. Okay.
Fair.
Register, I guess.
Beautiful. Now
Look at
let's
us coming up with solutions.
head to the Majibadibba. Oh, I do want to talk to your orc friend just for like 1 minute, just to check if we know each other. We probably don't. Whee!
Mutual.
Where's
Mutual
orc friend?
orchidnish.
Why? What is with Prod today and being semi-racist?
He
I
sounds
guess
excited
it's
that
like
he's around.
internalized, so it's okay for now. Is that woke? Am I woken up? Am I fantasy woken up?
Are you fantasy woken up? God.
There's a lot of racism with half-orcs and orcs, though, just to confirm that in the original setting.
Yes, there is. Okay. You go looking for Othar. You find Othar sort of putting some pieces of parchment away in the upper office of the warehouse. Sort of looking over some documents. He turns to you as you walk in and he goes, Oh, hello. You're one of Ingvar's friends, aren't you?
I am.
Come in.
Hello. Just a quick one. We were accosted last night by some lovely gentlemen who we dealt with in a very civilized manner. And we believe they were meant to take us here. For what end, I don't know. Would you be privy to anything that could tell us more about this particular confrontation?
They were what? Orcs, mercenaries.
Mercenaries, I think. One was so small, and he was absolutely scaredless. Scared shitless.
I mean, you get all sorts in the city, to be honest. Some people are just mugging people for money's sake, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sorry, I have 2 massive swords and I'm ripped to buggery. I think anyone who's smaller than me, who wants to pick a fight, is a madman. Or being paid.
Well, probably not wrong there. I mean, I don't know why anyone would, want to pick a fight with you. I'm gonna be honest, you look pretty damn
Pick a
scary.
fight with me is not the problem, my friend. It's taking me here, which is an interesting proposition. I'm not suggesting you are in on anything, my friend. But do you know people who may come here for business that is not always privy to you?
This is an all-purpose warehouse. We take all sorts of stock, store it for all sorts of people. I mean, I couldn't tell you half the people that rent space in this area. I mean, hold on, do you know where in the warehouse they were taking you?
I believe it's the box with the Carnifex Syndicate's emblem on it.
Carnifex? We don't have any Carnifex Syndicate boxes in the warehouse.
You
It's
fucking
illegal.
do.
It's strictly illegal. We can't take those. It's not allowed.
Oh, well, let me lead you to it then. I'm like, I can't be bothered with liars. So I just, take him and I'm like, this box. I take him all the
Okay,
way
you
down
take
to the box
him
with
down.
the Carnifex Syndicate thing on it.
So, the box to you and to him does not have a Carnifex symbol on it. It has some scratches in Thieves' Cant that you can't read. That only Darren can read, actually.
Well, Darren told us that it reads that. Darren, would you mind translating?
I guess.
Okay.
Pretend
what is-
we're all down there.
What specifically does it say?
Specifically, it just has the word Carnifex on it.
Right.
It doesn't say Carnifex Syndicate or anything like that, but it has the word Carnifex on it. So.
Right. See, right here, that particular diacritic, that means this whole thing translates roughly to Carnifex. It's not a well-known dialect, and whoever was writing this was a little bit on the sloppy side, but that's what it says.
Obviously, I don't think you are at all at fault here, my friend. But I suggest you are very careful with whoever is picking up this particular box. And
Do you
that you may want to
happen-
limit your dealings with them again.
Do you happen to have records of who brought it at all? There must be some kind of paperwork that says who owns what in here.
We have a decent amount of paperwork for that sort of thing. Although, and he pulls out a clipboard actually, and starts looking through it and goes, I don't I don't have a record of this box at all. He says as he's leafing through all this paperwork, and it's like there's a massive sheaf of like paperwork on this clipboard, and he's leafing through it all. And goes, no, wait, here we go. Large crate, brought in 3 weeks ago. Signatory, Watchman Arthur Balin. On behalf of Baroness Hamora. That's what I've got.
That name rings a bell. Why does that ring a bell?
Isn't that the one we took an arm off?
Yep.
Friend, you may want to get as far away from that box as you can.
Also, it is filled with bombs.
It is not filled with bombs.
No, that was a different box.
That's a different box.
Oh,
This
apologies.
box is filled with a very convenient prod-shaped void.
Yeah, I think they were going to shove me in it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, my muscles are obviously so big I could bust out of this box anytime I liked, but...
I'll take your word for it, friend.
Alright. Thank you very much, sir. You have been an incredible help.
You're welcome. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. Yes?
Will do.
Right. Yeah. He turns to you, Ingvar, and he goes, you have some strange friends. And he walks out of the,
Another halfling.
Savage. Rude. Or nothing.
He just chuggles and goes, well, I'm strange as well, so...
Aww. Let's go get blown up at the magistrate. Boop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo.
Woohoo! Yay!
Alright. So you all head off to the magistrates. The magistrates, as you guys approach the building, is very expensive, is the easiest way to describe it. It is an extraordinarily expensive looking building. There's massive embroidered pillars, insane looking minarets and spires, and it's on a backdrop of essentially like it, where the desert sort of rises up behind it. There's this massive sandstone cliff that sort of encircles this section of the city a little bit, and the dunes sort of rise up over that sandstone cliff and sort of make this wave style shape that looks like it's going to come crashing down on this section of the city, but it's held back by this giant sandstone wall behind it. And yeah, it looks pretty fucking important as a place to be.
Rich people town.
A little bit, yeah. It's not necessarily rich in like, oh, this is where the rich people are. It's more rich as in, this is where politics happens. This is where you as a group would be pushed out of the way by civil servants and business people trying to like vie for territory and control of resources and all of that sort of thing. It's very political in nature and style. Yeah. You all sort of approach this sort of large, well, essentially it's a bit of a presidential palace type situation, to be honest. And as you do, you spot like all of these beautiful red sandstone walls, but then the ceilings and the rooftops are like this green shimmering scaled sort of turquoise color that is absolutely gorgeous. Hold on, I'm doing my best to put this together.
That's okay. Take your time.
If
you need us to roleplay on the way there, we will.
Yeah, go for it. As you guys walk your way through the city, winding your way towards the magisterial palace, what do you guys talk about?
Who's piping up first?
I turn to dearest Darren and I go, we need to start working out together. We can go into a steam room. I want to go into a sauna with you at some point, you know? We can get hot, wet, under the heat. It's really good for working out. I bet you'd actually kill it in a sauna because you've got dragon blood now. Oh my god. We could work out so well.
You just want to measure dicks, that's all it is.
No.
I mean, I probably do need to work with the whole musculature situation. I say gesturing to the wings, and also to a lesser extent the tail a bit. I'm not familiar with saunas, but I don't think they're often for working out quite like that.
Oh, it's just so you can get really sweaty. I don't really understand the point of them either, but they're so fun.
I guess. I will say I'm a lot less overheating here in the desert than I thought I'd be, but I guess that's the new norm.
Oh yeah, you're cold-blooded, aren't you?
It's a little more complicated than that.
You're lukewarm-blooded.
Sure,
Luke-blooded.
sure.
You've got blood.
That, yes. Definitely that. We've already seen that part.
Yeah.
I can't believe less than a day in and somebody's already scratching these things. Only had them. They do look really nice, though. I'm very happy about how these turned out.
You know, do you think we could help you learn to fly if you, like, stood on my shoulders and just flapped for a bit?
I'm not going to say
bat.
it wouldn't. Oh, it's definitely better than your last idea of having me jump off a tall building.
Yeah. Do you want to hop on and just see what you can do?
Maybe work our way up to that and not approach a collegiate building such as this with me riding you piggyback.
Aw. What a shame.
Okay.
We arrive, I think.
Wow, we're here!
There's not going to be much of a building, but I give you a basic presentation of what you might end up seeing from the front. As you enter into this, essentially, as you enter into the Magistry, the first thing you see is this wide open courtyard that's rigged with these large sort of canvas white sailcloth type suspended awnings that rings sort of the inner courtyard. And there's groups of politicians and guardsmen all throughout the area. You step in and you are immediately accosted, shall we say, by a bright, bushy, mustached, gnomish figure, wearing an extraordinarily tall hat, who bustles up to you in a very, very busy-looking manner. He's holding a pile of scrolls and a quill in one hand, and he bustles his way up towards you, and he brings every meaning of the word bustling up in stature to you, and down in stature to himself. With a quill out, he goes, "Ah! New faces at the Magistry! Do tell, what are your names, my friends?"
Tell me yours first. Are you some form of bureaucrats here, or?
I am Arthur Blandstrom, and I am the Magistry's main secretary. And I am appointed with keeping track of all those within the walls of the Magistry.
I see.
We're just dropping off our friend here.
I'm here representing the group that was involved at the very least in the cult business the other day.
The cult business, you say? Oh, yes, with the Temple of Light. Ah, very well, very well. And you watch as he pulls on a heavy-looking velvet rope next to the doors, and immediately two heavily armored watch figures step out into the sunlight, helmets gleaming, and the secretary to the Magistry scribbles something down and goes, "Please escort these fine people to Lord Alistair Everland's office, if you don't mind." And he scribbles something down in his scrolls and turns on a heel and departs. The two heavily armored figures, watchmen by the looks of it, though more decorated than the watchmen you've seen out in the city, sort of turn towards you all, and then one of them sort of gestures with a heavily armored hand into sort of the Magistry itself.
Second thoughts, let's go with you. I don't want you here alone.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Let's put it to a vote. My dearest Ingvar and Arcus, should we go with Darren? Or do we think they'll be okay?
I mean, he seems harmless enough. I think Darren will be fine.
Okay. Have fun! I clap you on the back and I just sort of start going in the opposite direction.
As you go to leave, Rod, the other guard sort of steps in front of you, and you hear in a very deep voice, "The secretary said all of you," and gestures into the Magistry.
I think that decision may have been made for you.
I knew we shouldn't walk through the gates. Right. Alright then.
Okay.
Well, off I go, lead the way.
The guard in front steps through the throng of politicians and businessmen and into the shadowed cool interior of the Magistry itself. Inside the Magistry, which as you sort of walk through, you notice that the rear section of the palace, of the magisterial palace, is actually built into that large wall of sandstone that sits at the back of it. And there, as soon as you step through it, you realize it's so much cooler and shadier in here. You see there's a couple of like decorative fountains on the inside. There's more and more people running to and fro, carrying scrolls and missives, and long-robed politicians. Eventually, you are led down a small corridor to the side, and you end up in a cramped but cozy-looking office, which has a large sort of wooden door to the front, and you've been left in a waiting room. The two heavily armored guards step outside into the hallway, but you don't hear them leave. A few minutes later, a harried-looking older gentleman in his maybe 50s to 60s, a bald patch on his head, light whiskers of a mustache, wearing long, deep vermilion robes, steps out of the office and sort of ushers you all in. It's a bit cramped, you realize, as this office is packed with books and scrolls and shelves upon shelves of everything. It's a bit of a fire hazard. And you all sort of cram your way into this office. And he sort of turns to you all and goes, my name is, Garrus Ulven. I am the assistant, to, I'm sorry, I'm not used to meeting new people. I'm sorry, who are you again?
My name is Ida Uranka. I am currently representing the Physians.
I see. And you are here about, and he's sort of...
My clients were involved in the cult debacle that went down a few days ago.
Yes. You watch as he, like, looks over your shoulder at the, like, open doorway, and you see, like, you see the guards walk off. And he goes, we had best keep this very short and precise, because in about, and he sort of looks at a timepiece on the wall, in about 2 minutes, someone is going to try to kill me, and they're going to frame you for it. So, get me out of here, please.
Makes sense.
How quickly can you explain why?
Let's get him out of here first.
Witnesses. Is that enough?
Sure.
Good enough.
Yes,
Take it.
I would like to leave now, please.
Very well. Let's go.
Can't
I
frame a
guess.
murder if you're not here for it. I cast Dimension Door and drag him through.
Okay.
I mean, that'll work.
Yeah, valid.
All right. Roll. Hold on. You can't. Okay, so. Okay. You cast Dimension Door.
Mhm.
The magic fizzles from your grasp.
Oh, that's just rude.
Well, that's not great. Oh, plan B.
Leg it! Is there a window?
There's a better plan B.
Hmm.
I would like to use my librarian's refuge.
Okay. How many people can you take through to Librarian's Refuge?
I took 2 through before, but I don't think there's an explicit limit.
I mean, like, I do not control this. The text controls this, so...
Yeah, no, there's no limit in the text to find.
Okay, let me...
Oh wait, no, there is now. It was updated.
Okay.
One other, so I was not actually able to take 2 people in last time.
So you can take up to 1 person through to the Librarian's Refuge. So who are you picking?
Yep.
Just
The person that I want to stop being murdered.
okay.
Good start.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Librarian's
I'm basically
Refuge.
using this for its like pseudo teleportation thing.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay. So are you... Yeah, you're doing the 1 action cast time, right?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So we do not have 10 minutes.
No, you do not. Okay. You're not using this for any knowledge. So, I guess real quick, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Your DC is... what's your warlock level at the moment?
9.
9.
You're wrong.
So your DC is 11. Sorry, 10. Your DC is 10.
Okay. Okay, no, 20.
Oh fuck
Oh,
yeah!
Okay. You can reappear up to 60 feet in any direction from where you started. I will give you a base diagram of how this palace is laid out. So you are about... Sorry, I apologize that I didn't have any of this prepped in advance. But that's how it be. Okay, so there are rooms all along the inside of these corridors. There are a couple of extra laid out areas along this area. You are, on this little diagram that I've laid out on the side, you are here.
Okay.
Essentially, these corridors have like offices and rooms and waiting chambers, but each of these squares, I will say, counts as 15 feet.
Alright.
So it's 3 to 1 for regular scale then.
Yeah.
I think my thing is limited to 60 feet of movement, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check.
So that'd be 4 of these.
Yep, 60 feet in any direction. Okay. What would be a good direction to go? I guess there's only really one option for me, as long as diagonals are not counting as 1.
Can we be placed in the place that we are? I'm just a little confused.
I'm currently stood where we are.
Yeah. It's
Good.
like in the right-hand side. You gotta
Yeah,
mouse
just
over
off the
it.
side.
Okay, actually, here's a good question. Where's the exit?
Okay, so you guys came
I love
in
these.
through here.
Oh, I'm on the complete wrong side. Okay, never mind.
Yep. You guys came in through there. You were brought through here to there, up to here, in through here, and this is the corridor outside the waiting room that you were in.
Okay. Oh, wait, we're in a different... Yeah, so the best thing we could do to throw them off is teleport over to... Oh, we can let myself get my little pointer dog. There we go. Over to here. Because that way we're in a completely different hallway from where they're expecting us to be. Whereas if I just teleport to the end of the hallway here, it's just going to be meeting them earlier.
Okay.
Is that right?
I think so. Each one of these squares is like down the hallway from the rooms we were going towards, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas if we just teleport 2 to the other hallway, or 3 to the other hallway, we're in a completely different area.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Toto, we need to cover about 135 feet times 3. So they've made movies about this kind of distance.
Yep.
But getting
Yeah,
somebody
so-
this far.
Okay, we're gonna start by using
on this,
excavator.
You can basically travel 20 feet. Right? Because 4 times 5, 4 times 15. So this would be your possible travel distance. Bearing in mind, there are offices basically off every single corridor here.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're occupied or not. But yeah, that's
Could you
your...
travel up and down as well?
Yes, that is an option. The palace does have upper levels. Oh, I don't have them pictured here because that would be a pain. in the
Let's
ass.
not give the DM too much.
How far
work.
is the ground outside, actually, now that we're thinking about this logically?
But you're under the sand dunes.
Oh, so how far is the ground above us?
Probably about 80 to 90 feet. Like, as you
think
were
you could just
entering...
get-
If they hold me up to the ceiling.
As you were entering into the palace, you did feel like a slight slope to the floor. So, like, the entire palace is on a slight gradient, and then the rooms are level. And all the corridors are on a slight gradient downwards. So at this point, yeah, you'd be about 80 to 90 feet from the surface.
Okay, yeah. Best thing, I think, is still just teleporting over to the other corridor then.
Yeah, do you
Okay.
think
Yeah.
teleporting is probably the best idea? And then, as soon as you're out of whatever, like, non-magic radius that we have right now, dimension dooring the fuck away.
Yeah. Just get them out as soon as possible.
One way or another, it's probably best to move close to the exit. Where we
We're
came
not
in.
here to kill innocent lives.
Okay. I need all of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Unless you can make a decision on where you want to go basically right now, Zarian.
Over there.
Going there?
I say here.
So you and Gover are don't require to make this dexterity saving throw. The rest of you do, as a fireball apparates in the office.
It's not fucking allowed? Ugh. Dex save, dex save.
Yep.
Dex save, dex save. Dex save.
This is 16 for me.
15.
Okay. 15, 18. Lucky that you guys are. The save on this is only a 15. because the caster is not very good at what they do. Um,
Yay, evasion.
I don't want to pay attention to ruins, I want to cast Fireball!
Okay. So, you're using evasion, Darren. So you don't take any damage from this. You backflip out the door to the office with nary a scorch. You, Ingvar, and you, Prod, you two take,
Jeez.
let's see, 13 points of fire damage as the, as you're all sort of standing around, you watch as the librarian vanishes into thin air with the secretary, and a second later, you watch as a small red bead of light zips up from a grate in the floor below you, and explodes. The entire office around you bursts into flame as you, Darren, backflip out the door. And you, Ingvar, and you, Rod, watch as, like, fire just explodes around you. You're both knocked into the shelves to either side of the office. A moment later, you start hearing shouts and screams from outside the office. Darren, turn and watch as a pair of heavily armored guards start thundering their way down the corridor towards you. I need you all to roll initiative.
Womp.
Yay!
Whee!
Okay. So. Initiative. Let's see. Initiative tracker.
Also, is my model just blank for you guys?
A little bit, yeah. I was wondering if that was something you were doing.
I'm trying to load my new one in, but it's not working.
You're a ghost.
I tried to link my new Hero Forge model in, and it just didn't load.
Oh, and the thing says it doesn't work with modded minis, so I presumed that's why I can't link it.
Oh.
No, it works.
Well, it doesn't show my mini in my screen here.
Oh. Well,
The
it
Varian one
won't
works,
show
but the
your
other one
mini
doesn't.
on your. It won't show it on the character sheet. No, it never does that.
No, I just meant the board.
Oh, on
It's
the
currently
board?
my old one, but if I turn that off, it's like a ghost.
Okay. Give me initiative 25 to 20. 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
14.
14.
13.
Oh gods. Okay. 14. 14. And 13. 10 to 5?
9.
9. Okay.
Evilest
We always in that sub 10 grouping. Hey.
Okay. Alright. In that case.
This is about to hurt, isn't it?
Maybe.
And I got my armor this time.
Okay. Yep. There we go. So, that's... that one rolled a 15. That one rolled a 7. Okay. 2 heavy-looking, heavily armored guards thunder down the passageway towards you, Darren. You, Arcus, are in this corridor. You are here. You're here, Darren. The first thing you notice about these guards is the way they move is wrong.
Uh-oh.
Whereas the guards who were with you earlier, and these are about the same in stature, whereas the guards that were with you earlier were moving in a very humanoid fashion, these ones are moving slightly erratically and more like their actions are commanded.
Oh.
And you, as you're watching, because you have the alert feat, I'm giving you this for free. As you watch, you notice stone dust trickling from between the plates in the armor.
Are we still trying not to kill everyone here?
If they're not people, it's fine.
Wow.
Debatable.
If they're trying to kill us, it's fine.
Okay.
Right.
You have the alert feat, so you're not being surprised by this. However, in the initiative order, one of them goes first. So, the first guard is going to run up and take a swing at you with a +6 to hit. That will be a 15.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. A heavy-looking swing. They're swinging. The other thing you notice is they have swords holstered at their sides, but this one is attacking you with his fists, just straight up. One fist goes thundering over your head. You watch. You dodge, duck out of the way. The fist slams into the back of the wall. You watch as the wall cracks. Prod, you're up.
Okay. So, first off, I'm going to run into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And notice these people.
Okay.
I don't particularly think that my slashing swords will help.
Well, you have no idea. I mean, they're wearing heavy armor, in fairness.
Yeah. I'm going to use my dexterity. Could I please do a backflip over them? With my athletics. Because I want to be on the other side of the people trying to kill us.
I will say that you can use your action to take the disengage action to do so. Yes.
Okay, I will take my action to disengage and then get round the back.
So you
and then-
slide between one of them's legs and stand up behind them, swords at the ready.
Yeah.
You have
And
a
then I'm
bonus
going to use a bonus action, if that's still allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Shield of Faith, and I'm going to put that on my dearest, my beloved, Darren. And yeah, you just get a +2 to AC.
Okay, I'm up to 19 then.
Okay. Next. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Ingvar, you're up.
Can I see them from where I am?
You're in the office. You can see one of them who's just gone for like a haymaker on Darren, who's like standing just outside the office door.
And you said it was. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you swear it's like free.
So that's like 60 foot. Well, he's gonna. My brain has left the building, apparently. Use Hunter's Mark on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull a poison arrow out of his leg and shoot at him.
Okay.
Jesus. That dice is gone. Plus 10, that's 20.
20 will hit.
Yay! I need me equipment, this brain. So 2d6. It's a doubling arrow, so that's 4d6 plus Hunter's Mark, which I keep forgetting. Is it just the one Hunter's Mark, or is it for one per arrow?
It's just one Hunter's Mark, I think.
That's 5d6. Yeet!
Okay, I'm gonna need you to tell me which of those is poison damage.
It just says an additional 2d6 type damage of the wearer's choice.
Which in this case is poison, because that's what you
Yeah.
picked at the beginning of the day. So,
Yeah.
two of those d6 is poison damage. Which of it is?
Ah,
Yes.
the twos, I guess?
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, sometimes I need to know this stuff. So the
I've
twos
asked this
are...
before.
I've asked this sometimes, depending on the damage type.
Ah,
Okay, so that's 6, 3, 9, plus 1, 10. Okay, so you deal 14 points of damage. However, the poison damage doesn't seem to do much, if at all.
right. So, how much damage did it take then?
Between 10 and
14, I think,
14?
is it?
Okay. Anything
Yeah.
else, Lydia?
Yeah, I got an extra attack.
Okay. Roll it again. And this time roll the
Except-
poison dice separately.
Well, joke's on you because I'm switching to a flame arrow.
Okay, fair enough.
If one damage type doesn't work, try a different one.
Exactly.
If fire doesn't work, I can try acid.
That's 28.
Don't do
Mhm.
drugs, kids.
That will hit.
So do I gotta roll the fire damage separate, or do I just roll
Yes,
these?
please.
Oh boy.
Well, that's 2 dice. I forgot the Hunter's Mark for that one, but hey, cool. Well, that's Hunter's dice mark. And then 2 for the fire damage.
Okay. So, 7 plus 3, so 10, and then 5 fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
And that's about it, because Kazuma's not here.
Okay. Right. Darren, you're up.
There's 2 enemies. So I'm gonna need my mage hand. But also there's a dude right in front of me. I will cast the mage hand,
Okay.
which is an action. Which then means I'm not able to take the dodge action, which would make me much more comfortable in my security of life.
You're a rogue.
Yes. I did just check. The cunning action feature does not allow me to dodge as a bonus action.
Okay, so it allows you to disengage.
Dash, disengage, or hide.
Right, okay.
I did look that up to be sure.
You can disengage if you want.
I mean, that just prevents me from taking attacks from opportunity during movements. And if I move from this position, Ingvar's stuck back here.
Fair enough. Okay. Anything else?
I gotta cast my my mage hand so I can start to get advantage and get my sneak attack in. But I guess in addition to that, I'll draw my returning dagger.
Okay. Alright. So. Hold on. There you go, Darian.
Woohoo!
I have to do it myself because I'm the
Okay, that
campaign
makes
manager.
sense.
Right. Arcus, you're up. As you vanish from the library, Govan sort of clinging onto your jacket, just staring around in wonder for like a split second of like looking around the space of the library, just sort of turns to you looking terrified and goes, You have to get me out of here. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
But no one's going to die, okay? Anyway, I heard an explosion over there. Let me check if my friends are alive.
Okay.
Anyone? Are you all alright?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use that as
Little
my
busy.
reaction. Okay, so we're gonna run. How fast can you run?
And you look down at his like feet, and he's wearing slippers.
How heavy does this man look?
Hmm?
How heavy does
Heavy.
this man look?
I mean, he's like a wisp of a man, to be honest. Like he's tall, but he's like very thin, very like grey-bearded, and he looks like he does administration and accounting for most of his work and doesn't eat much.
Okay, I would like to use my action to pick up this man
Mm-hmm.
and start running with him.
That will halve your movement speed.
Yep.
But yeah, you can do that. So you managed to get one tile,
Woohoo!
because your movement speed is 15 at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
No, because I used my full action to pick him up, right?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, how's Kazuma doing?
It is a bonus action to take a look. You
Yep.
look through Kazma's eyes. He is resting on a beam, looking down at a pair of heavy gauntleted gentlemen who have just opened the Carnifex chest. And you hear through Kazma's a little bit garbled, you hear one of them swear.
Okay, when I realize that's happened, I commit their appearances to memory.
They're wearing cloths over their mouths, but you notice that one of them's looking around, and as he's looking around, you notice that he has glowing golden eyes.
Oh, that's a discerning feature that we can use. Nice.
Something you've seen before. Right. Next up.
But yeah, the thing I just wanted to do really quick was say into the necklace, like, yeah, you can get Kazuma back if you want now, we've got what we need.
Okay.
He gives. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, the next guard is going to turn around towards you, Prod, and is going to attempt to strike you.
Rude.
That is a 22 to hit.
Ah! That hits.
That hits. Okay. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage
That's just fucking rude, that is.
as the heavy, gauntleted fist of this what you as you're like looking at the helmet of this thing as it's striking you, you recognize oddness. There's like the eyes aren't there. Like it doesn't have eyes. It just has like vacant shadows where its eyes should be. And the flesh that is underneath the helmet, and you notice this as well, Darren, is more like sandstone. As this stone golem dressed as a guard smashes into your chest.
Ow.
Okay. Next up. The first stone golem is going to go for you, Darren. Again.
Yep.
That is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah, this time the golem comes in for like an uppercut, but you manage to dodge to the side as it forces its fist almost through the space where your rib cage was. Okay. Prod, you're up.
Are these guards the only guys who are basically coming for us right now?
As far as you can see, though, the commotion, like because of the commotion and the sudden like crack and thunder and the explosion, you do notice a couple of people like peeking out of their offices and then immediately slamming the door shut.
Yeah, let's
Not-
try
not
and
their
keep
circus.
them. Let's try and keep them safe. I yell really loudly. Why are you attacking us? We didn't do anything. Just to try and like
Help, we're being oppressed.
help. No.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this?
Okay.
And what I'm gonna try and do, I don't know how this would sort of like translate really, but I'm going to I want to like use my swords to like lever off the head of whatever this is, or maybe the helmet, just so I
Okay.
can get a look under the helmet.
Yeah, sure.
So
That's
my
gonna.
roll is just like normal.
It's gonna be an attack roll, but because you're trying to do something specific, it's gonna be a slightly higher DC than usual. So roll me an attack roll.
Okay. Hang on. Actions with my fucking swords. Sorry. Whee! Oh, that's 15.
That does not hit.
Can I use my other one?
You can use your other one.
I'm gonna use my other sword. Does my other sword do it? That's a 16.
That does not do it.
Let's try my second attack. Come on.
Just a pile of D20s
That's another
at your feet.
15.
That does not do it, I'm afraid.
Come on. 18.
Fine, I'll give it to you on an 18.
Thank you.
The original DC was 20, but I'm feeling generous.
Thank
Much
you.
of that display.
Those are the
You
shittiest rolls.
you pull out the blades of Dramatis, Prod, and you strike, and you try and lever one under the helmet, and it glances off the edge, and another, and eventually you manage to catch the tip of the helmet's like edge with the sword with enough force that it goes flying off the head of this creature. And what you see is a blank stone base that has two small pockets where eyes should be. No mouth, no nose, just the eyes. This expressionless face of a stone golem.
Have we battled stone golems before? I feel like we have.
No, not particularly.
We certainly haven't.
Okay. I say fuck.
It reminds you a
golems!
little bit of the. It reminds you a little bit of the scarecrow that you guys fought. Actually, no, you weren't there for that. That was after. No, never mind. It reminds you, Darren, of the harvest golem that you fought in the swamplands before you entered the Fey Realm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's nothing I can do. So, that's great. I will... Also, do I do any damage with that particular hit when I got the head off?
You were aiming for a specific target, not for a specific... not to do damage. So...
Okay.
I lowered the DC for you, I'm not giving you damage as well.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, could I then have Divine Favor as a bonus action, which basically empowers me with Divine Radiance. The spell ends, until the spell ends, my weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4.
Okay. Yep. You can do that.
I Divine Favor myself. Achoo!
Yeah. Ingvar, you're up.
Well, you never. But I didn't even have the fire out, to be fair. Does the guard Darren fighting still in the state?
Yes.
We'll aim for him again, I guess, then.
Okay.
Why did I
Roll
use
me an
Firefox?
attack.
That's a lot funny.
That'll hit.
Nope. Is that a crit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 1d6 for hunters, and we'll do the dead ones first. And then the 2 for fire damage.
Okay. And we double all of that, so that's 16 points of piercing and 10 points of fire. Okay, so that takes this down. Okay. Alright. What else?
Oh god, I've got to. Oh no. Reopen the stream, suddenly double of everything. Yeah. How many hours have I got left? Gotta get for accidentally bloody closing Firefox. No, I want aim for it.
I will say, the fire is doing damage, just not as much as you would think it should.
In that case, I'll go for lightning. Good lord. Ugh.
Ingvar just pulls up a little like spin wheel with the different damage types on it.
Pretty much. I mean, if Darren wasn't there, he would have probably pulled up one of the boom arrows. That's 23, by the way.
I can be not here. If that would help.
I don't particularly want to bring the building down on everybody and bury everybody in sand.
Worst comes to worst, you can probably just boom me anyway, and I will just evasion it. But
Again, if I boom this place,
yeah,
the sand will bury
bring
us.
the roof down on us.
Anyway, that's 23.
Okay. 23 with lightning. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Yeah.
It's 23 to hit. Yes, that'll hit.
Now, what happens with the lightning arrows? Because it's only 1d.
Still roll it separate.
How can I roll piercing and thunder lightning separate when it's 1 dice? Literally, it's 1d8.
Well, your bow has innate damage, right? Like, your bow does an innate point of damage, and then
Oh, this is making my head hurt.
Your bow does 2d6 as base, and then any arrows that you fire do the damage that is indicated on their bows, right? So you roll the bow's damage, the hunter's mark with the bow's damage, and then you roll the lightning damage separate.
Are you telling me I've been rolling two little dice all this time? I've been literally just rolling the arrows damage.
No wonder you felt underpowered.
I can't tell you how much you should be rolling. You're the one with the character sheet.
A simple exclamation would not go amiss.
I'm relatively sure I explained this when I gave you the bow. But, I mean,
And how
admittedly...
long ago was that?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Anyway, right, so 2d6 for the bow, plus hunter's mark. That is for one arrow, whoops. Oh well. So that's for both arrows, and then I need 2d8s for the lightning.
Okay. So
Close
that's 15 points. And... okay. Yeah. The lightning doesn't seem to do as much as you'd hope, but it does still do damage.
Now you're just pissing off. You're just pissing with me at this point.
They're stone
mind.
golems.
They are very durable.
I suppose it's still doing more than just ordinary arrows. Yeah, that's me anyway.
Okay. Alright. Darren, you're up.
I'm guessing that stabbing a rock is not going to actually be very useful to me.
Well, the piercing damage, as far as you're aware, is not being negated, from Ingvar's arrows. But you don't know if slashing damage or bludgeoning damage would be the same. So.
Well, I will use my mage hand to... what's it called? To Versatile Trickster, the stone golem in front of me.
To give yourself advantage.
To give myself advantage, and therefore sneak attack as well.
Okay.
And let's see how I do.
How much health does the mage hand have?
It's immortal.
Oh, it's immortal. Okay.
It's an object of force, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ah! Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. I'm
Never
sorry.
mind.
You rolled that with advantage?
No.
Okay,
Thankfully.
good.
Let's find out.
Okay,
18.
that'll
There
hit.
we go. That's much better.
That'll hit.
Thank Christ I remembered the mage hand. Okay, right. So that's 1d6 plus 2, plus my sneak attack damage, which is 76, so 8d6 plus 2.
8d6 plus 2, roll it.
Okay, so base damage 7, and the 7d6. So that is a 33 total.
33. Okay. Okay. It's looking a little hurt. Not much, but it's looking a little hurt.
I feel like we should GTFO more than anything else.
I would tend to agree. If we can get Ingvar past them.
Librarian, you're up next, unless you have a bonus action that you want to use, Lone.
I had to use my bonus action to do the Versatile Trickster.
Okay. Arcus, your turn.
Okay. I would like to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Mhm.
If I'm outside of the magic range. If I still feel it, like, fucking up, I don't.
You don't feel anything fucking up. There's no anti-magic here, as far as you could tell. Like, you were...
nice.
Because you were able to get out of there using Librarian's Refuge.
Oh, it was just in the office. Okay, in that case, I just want to use my Dimension Door, surely, right?
If you want to, yeah. I will tell you now. What actually happened is you got counterspelled.
Oh.
That's much scarier.
Which bastard met my DC 18?
And I did mention that the fireball came from the
Apparated.
grate in the floor.
No, you just said it apparated.
No.
No,
I said
he-
it came
they
through the
did
grate
say.
in the floor.
That's
I distinctly
annoying.
remember the phrase apparated being used
Say-
because I got it
I
in my
used-
head like, oh.
I used apparated the first time I described it, and I actually told you guys where it came from the second time. I apologize for that.
I don't remember the second time at all.
And I
Hopefully,
just
Okay.
dismissed it.
Okay, but yes, you can use Dimension Door if you'd like.
I feel conflicted. Let us consult the stone.
Let's
Are
The
you
stone is
guys
currently
okay if I just
pummeling Darren?
get out of here? No, not that stone. One in my ring of communication that's a sending stone.
Okay.
Are you guys alright? I think I can get out of here now.
Yeah, and then come back. You might need a hand.
Okay, I'll come back to the front door. I'll just like run around after I get into a safe place. Right, bye. Okay, I'm gonna use Dimension Door and get as far away from the palace as I possibly can with it.
Okay. You can get to about the entrance, I would say. Like, yeah, you can get to about the entrance. Just outside the gates of the Magisterial Palace.
Oh, really? Only that far?
It's a pretty big palace.
How big is it? Let's see. This is 15, right? Actually, yeah, it is pretty big.
Yeah, so that's like
That's 92 times 15, so... Yeah.
that's 90
Well, no.
times
Oh,
3.
no.
So that's
270.
180, 270. So you can actually like get
Dimension
a
Door has a
decent...
500-foot range.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, I'm working off of... I'm too used to playing Baldur's Gate. That's what's going on.
Me too, quite frankly, which is why I initially just did the measurement thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you can get a decent way into the city.
Yeah,
like,
because
if
I just
you-
want to get the
Yeah.
fuck away from here and like make sure he can't be found easily. Because I feel if I just drop him in front of the gates, it's kind of a
Yeah. I'll say
oh
that
hey,
you
he's
can-
still here.
Yeah, you can get beyond the aqueduct. Like, the gates are back here, the aqueduct is over here. You can get beyond that.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that.
Okay. You vanish out of combat, I will say. And you appear in an alleyway with this twitching, shivering clerk who turns to you and says, "Thank you. I'm going to hide now. A word of
before you go-
advice.
Yes.
Don't trust anyone in the Magistry. Everyone has their own agenda. I just got on the wrong side of one of them. And I'm on the next airship out of town.
If we
Yeah,
had a nickel for every single time we'd help someone escape town via an airship, we'd have 2 nickels.
Not
Just
a
a
lot,
lot,
but
but
it's
it's weird
weird
that
that it happened twice.
Um,
Okay, I'm
should
gonna
we tell
need
them to meet us at the tavern so we can have a full debrief?
They're not gonna come to the tavern, surely, right? They want to get the fuck out of here.
Actually, no, fair enough, yeah.
We can't trust them. We just met them. I'm just gonna be like, okay, as soon as you're ready to leave, can you just do me one favor? Write a letter and drop it at this address, or get someone to drop it off for you that explains what the fuck fully happened. We need to know who the players are in this situation, otherwise we can't help anyone here.
Of course. Anything you want. Just, I need to run.
Okay. Bye.
You watch as he skitters, like he grabs the piece of paper, skitters down the alleyway, and that is the last you see of him.
Oh wait, yeah, I cast Expeditious Retreat and I start zooming back to help my friends.
Okay. How far can you travel with Expeditious Retreat?
It's not a movement thing, it's just it increases, it gives me the dash action as a bonus action as well. So technically I can do movement,
so
dash, and
you can
dash
do
again,
90 feet per turn?
Yes.
How far have you traveled?
Traveled basically as far as dimension door would take me, so let's say 500
That would be
feet.
500 feet. So it'll take...
It would take 5 turns for me to get there.
It'll take you 6 turns.
Oh yeah,
to
because
get
we're ending
back.
up.
Yeah. So it'll take you 6 turns to get back to the palace. So for the moment, you are out of initiative order. Next up is the next stolen golem, which is going to try and batter you, Prod, because you're right there. That is a 18 to hit.
Does not. Fuck you!
Does not. Okay. You duck to the side as this heavy, gauntleted fist slams into the wall next to you. Next up is the stone golem under you, or over you, Darren. Not under you, over you. And it is going to attempt to hit you. That is a 21 to hit. Okay. That is 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. You're muted, by the way, my love.
Yeah, that'll do it. Hang on, I think I have a class feature for this.
Mm-hmm.
Uncanny Dodge. I use my reaction to halve the attack damage.
Okay. So you take half of 27, which would be 13.
Okay, it's a lot better than the alternative.
Okay. Before your next turn, Prod, you, Ingvar, as you're, like, sitting at the back of this, like, semi-on-fire office with your bow drawn, you hear a voice as someone from under the floor goes, Do you think they're gone? I don't... Everything's hold on. And you hear a grate in the floor being pushed up as a robed figure pulls themselves up from the floor. Prod, it's your turn.
I just want to swing my sword some more, I think. I think that's the best option. I'm gonna hit whoever's in front of me who's an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowed. Whoever looks more hurt, actually.
There's a big stone golem, but the one that looks more hurt is behind the one that's facing you on the other side of the corridor.
Well, then I'll hit the one that's facing me.
Okay.
I'll hit it twice with Divine Smite and twice normally.
Okay.
So that would be a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'll hit most things.
And a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna need to do some maths here because Divine Smite is 2d8, so that would be this Okay, wait, I need to write this down because I've also got the other thing that adds more d4s.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, my love. Okay, there's that. So that's 12 plus 13 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 13. And then... Oh, I need to roll another one of these. Sorry, don't mind me.
The absolute
9.
pile of dice at your feet.
I think that's it.
Okay.
So that's with Divine Smite, and let me do some maths. Oh god, I have to do some maths! I feel like a preschooler. That's 25. 25 plus 13 is 30.
8.
Fuck. 8 plus 9 is 40.
7.
7, thank you! 47 on my first attack.
Cool.
On that golem, and on my second attack. Oh! I was clicking the wrong thing! I would have done more damage. Shit! That's fine, whatever.
47
Oh,
is
that's a
respectable.
crit.
Okay, so hold on. So 47 on your first attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 40. So that would be 40 plus 7 radiant. This is slashing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So the radiant damage goes through fine. But the slashing damage does not seem to have as much of an effect.
Yeah, what would that be? And on my extra attack, my first sword crits, so I
Yeah.
believe that does twice the amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 24
Mm-hmm.
plus 12 plus 1, 2. No, just one. Wait, just one of these? Oh no, it would be 2 of these. Plus 3. Plus 3. On my first sword and the second sword. I will clear all of these up, I promise. 23 to hit,
I will hit.
which would be this. 25. Plus another one of these. Which would be a 3. Can someone get a calculator out for me? And add up 24, 12, 3, 3, 25, 3.
36 plus 9 plus 25. So 36 plus 25, 56 plus 5, 61 plus 9. So the
70.
9 goes through fine. And then 61, so okay, so that would be. But again, the slashing damage doesn't seem to have as much of an effect. Okay. Next up, unless you have a bonus action, Sophie.
No, I'm alright. I think that was enough.
Okay. Ingvar, you are up. A robed figure has just pushed itself out of the grating in the floor and has entered initiative order. What do you do?
Hi! Who are you?
The robed figure turns around, looks at you, and goes, "Yeah, they're still alive!" And is going to ready a spell at you, but it's not their turn, so...
Can I just shove him back in the hole?
I feel like that'd be
Yeah,
like,
you can try.
that feels counterproductive. Shove him in front of the golems.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, good.
you can definitely shove him back in the hole if you want. He does seem to be talking to someone else. I will say that much.
Oh, I could just throw him at the golem. That works as well, I guess.
Like, presuming that at least one of those two is controlling these golems, the golems probably won't hit them. In which case, it'd be very nice to be standing on the other side.
I'm just gonna throw it at the golem.
Sure. I guess I will allow you to make a improvised melee attack with someone's body, as long as you can succeed the grapple check. So roll me athletics versus this man's dexterity. You have to beat a 9.
Even without the added bonus, that would still hit.
Yep. Yeah. He starts preparing a spell to throw at you, and you pick him up by the shoulders and chuck him. Roll me an attack roll against the golem.
To hit?
To hit?
Oh,
What would we? That would be that would be strength, right, for improvised attack. So.
17?
What? 17 is exactly what you need to hit one of the golems. Sure. Right. Roll me... Roll me 2d8. And that's how much both the golem and the person you're throwing will take as damage. So that is 14 points of damage to the golem. And that is 14 points of damage to the man you're throwing. So, ooh, ouchie. Okay. Anything else with your turn, Lydia?
Can I shoot it? Can I just be an arse and follow it up by shooting the man with an arrow?
Yeah, you've thrown a man, you pull out your bow, you shoot him in the arse. Why not? I'll allow that.
With fire, just to be extra arse about it.
You're shooting him with fire just to be an extra bit of an arse.
That's a 16. I don't know if that'll hit him.
That'll hit him.
does
His
this-
armor class is not high.
Does this work in the action economy? I'm not sure.
I mean,
It does now.
Lydia has an extra attack, so...
Yeah, fair. Yeah, they'll do it. Couldn't remember if they did or not.
Yeah.
2d6 for the fucking arrows, for the bow, and then 2... God, maths is not my strong suit. So 4d6 for 2 arrows, and then I need another thing. So that's for the arrows. And that's for the fire. Because I haven't got Hunter's Mark on the sky, so...
Yeah, I mean... What's your play? He's dead.
I shot him to death in the arse, apparently.
Well, that's
You
one
shoot
way we're
him-
not getting information.
You throw him, like, you lift him up out of the hole, you throw him at this massive stone golem, he crashes into its armored side, sags a bit, looks over at you, and 2 arrows just pierce him in each of his buttocks, and he just kind of falls over and dies. He wasn't. He was very squishy.
I'll hope for the librarian can speak with Dead later. We might need
Darren, you're up. A man has just been thrown into view from the office and died.
We probably could have been doing with talking to him, but okay.
There's another one in the hole. I could hear it.
Great. Proceed to get the man out of the hole. Wait, hole?
There's a hole in the floor.
You
Do you
look
like that?
into the office and there's a big hole where a grate has been pushed aside in the floor.
Oh, how much do you think you can? How safely do you think you can get past these? In a hurry.
Who, me?
Yes.
I've got the stride ability, which I can never pronounce, but you know.
A Chardlon stride.
Yeah, that one. So if I need to, I can always, on my turn, use that to get the hell out of here.
Right. I suggest that we cease combat with these things if we can, because they are mighty durable, and I'm maybe at best halfway through one of them already. So, also, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're running a little low on the, like, magic arrows or what.
There's a couple of each left.
And they were expensive. I'm gonna try and get over to Prod. And then I suggest we leave. Try to regroup. Does that sound like a good idea? There is currently a giant mass of stone trying to beat me to death.
Yes!
Yeah.
Okay. I will take the disengage action,
Okay.
and then I will move.
Alright. So you move over to Prod, who is also facing down a giant golem.
Yep, but now I'm on the other
Man-sized
side.
golem. Okay.
And let me see, is there anything else I can do for the time being? I've taken my bonus action, I've taken my move, I will... Acid Splash, why not?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I will Acid Splash the one that's currently facing down Prods, that is a DC 19 Dexterity.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, these things ain't dexterous. Yeah, these things ain't dexterous. That's a 3.
Who's surprised? That is 8 points of acid damage.
Okay, it is vulnerable to acid damage. That's a 16.
Oh.
Okay. Alright. Anything else, Darren?
That's all I got.
Alright. Librarian, you move another 90 feet.
Yay.
Stone Golem B is coming up, and it's not happy. It is going to do a natural 20 on you, Prod. Because you've been slashing away at it. That is 62 points of bludgeoning damage.
You good?
As it goes straight for the open plating in your armor.
Oh, the abs. They never hurt
Straight
anybody.
for the abs.
Right, that's actually... Hang on, let me just do a quick bit of calculating.
Is that more than your hit points currently?
9 divided by 4. Yes, so I am under 25% of my hit points. I'm on 31 hit points, and that means I send,
It means I
Lucian,
don't tell you
now
how
have...
much damage you take anymore.
Yeah, you don't tell me how much damage I take.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I go, maybe not. Is there a shadow nearby?
You're in a relatively well-lit corridor. I'll say that.
Hey, I'm gonna take the disengage action.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fine.
I'm gonna sprint
You're
as
going to take
far
the
as I can.
disengage action when it's not your turn?
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was my turn.
Nope. Okay. Alright. Stone Golem A is going to shrug this man's corpse off its shoulder, fling it to the side, and is going to turn to you, Ingvar. And is going to walk towards you and slam its fist in your direction with a 15 to hit.
Nope.
The fist slams down onto the desk in front of you as you scramble back across, bow drawn and held at the ready. Prod, it is now your turn.
Ow! I am distressed. I am distressed.
Aren't we all?
I am going to run away.
Okay.
Disengage yonder.
Disengage yonder. What's your maximum travel thing?
30, so
So
that?
you can go 10 feet on this, yes.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
dash as well?
Yeah, you can dash. Wait,
Okay.
no. You did the disengage action, didn't you?
Yes.
That's an action. You can't dash as, like, it would require another action to do so. So no, you can't dash. I'm
Can
afraid.
yes. I'm going disengage and say back cover me, I need to heal. Give me just 1 sec. To everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
You can use a potion and stuff as a bonus action.
I don't think I have any.
I feel like everyone has at least one on them. I feel like that was like intentional.
No.
Surely. No? Oh dear.
Well, thing is Prod has lay on hands and also thinks they're a god.
Ah. Fair.
Yeah, that sort of ego can get you into trouble, you know.
Like right now.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to use as a bonus action Shield of Faith upon myself, raising my armor points by another 2. So I
Which
now have a
would-
23 AC.
Is Shield of
well.
Faith concentration?
Is that not the thing you put on me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
the
I'm
thing I
thinking.
put on you. I don't think it's concentration. No, not concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How long does it last?
up to 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine then.
So I put that on myself.
Right. Ingvar, you're up.
That was fast. Since he heard somebody speak, he takes a peek down the grate.
You peek round behind the golem and down the hole. In the hole, there is another man, in like dark robes, who is staring up, going, "Aklar."
Add on.
Hold on, we'll wait for Lydia to get back.
Yeah. There's a bar down the hole. That's how they're doing this. Yeah, I think this is officially getting out of dodge situation. Because we're not doing it. We're not doing nearly as much harm to these things as we should be right now.
I will say, you're not doing too badly, all things considered, but these things are not designed to go down easily.
Yeah. And the trouble is, when they do get a hit on us, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, if Prod, who is, like, our main tank, is currently in retreat, then we're in trouble.
Ma! Mothers.
Yeah, you look round the golem and down the hall, and you see a man staring up, going, Aklar? What? Are you okay? What happened?
You might want to forget about your friend and think about your own skin.
He is staring up a little uncomprehendingly, as like he's on a ladder at the moment, by the looks of it. Do you have dark vision, Ingvar?
Nope.
Nope. The ladder just kind of disappears down into the earth. You don't know how far it is. What I will say is the hole is not big enough for one of those golems. It's big enough for a person, maybe.
You can either go down the hole, or you can use the disengage action and try over to us.
A sharp
Well,
long stride. Wow.
Well, if I use a Shardlon stride, I don't provoke opportunity attacks with it.
Is that for
So we'll just use the stride then.
you? Okay.
My feet are now on fire. I've turned into Zagreus.
Okay. You sprint your way out of the office. How much movement does a Shardlon stride give you?
An extra 20 foot.
An extra 20 feet. So, is a Shardlon stride is a bonus action to cast, right? Or is it an action?
That's a bonus action, I didn't realize.
Okay. So you can do that. So that would give you 50 feet of movement. Dash. So that would take you to 100 feet of movement. So you could get to the end of this corridor in one turn. Just past the other golem that is currently, well, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing it was hitting has moved out the way now, so...
yeah. Is that everything, Lydia?
I guess so.
Okay. Ingvar? Darren, you're up next.
Okay. Let me see. Basic movement, 30 feet. Dash, another 30 feet, I think it is.
Mhm.
And then, cunning action, another 30 feet.
Okay. About to that.
That'll do.
You skedaddle for your life.
I don't think we've ever seen Darren move this quickly.
Arcus, another 90 feet. Stone Golem
Yay.
B. Its main target has run away, so it's going to turn towards you, Ingvar, as you have just entered its cone of vision. That is a 22 to hit.
Not it.
That is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not bad, all things considered.
Still painful.
Oh yeah.
Lower end of what I've rolled tonight, but yeah, pretty bad.
I mean, the one that just hit Prod near would have basically murdered Ingvar.
That's true. Like they only do like one attack per round, but they hurt. Stone Golem A is going to move out and into the hallway, and that's as far as it can go. It doesn't have great movement speed, even dashing. Rod, you're up.
Sprint!
Okay. You're...
Prod is going to lay on hands themselves for 40.
Okay.
So my healing, if I heal 40, I'm now at 71 hit points, I believe.
Yes,
Is that
you are.
correct?
Yes, you
Okay. And now they're back in my control.
are.
I think because lay on hands is an action. Or is lay on hands a bonus action?
What does your sheet say?
looking. I just thought you might know. Where are my hands? Where are my hands? Where are my hands?
And if your wrists.
There we go. Bonus action. Oh, so I can
Okay.
sprint.
You can sprint.
So I'm going to dash, which would make my movement a lot more 60. So I'd be able to move 20 feet, right?
60. Yes, 20 feet.
Can I move there?
That's
What are we doing?
diagonal. So
Yeah, that's not the
yeah,
same
you'd
thing.
be able to
15.
move to about here.
Okay. I go. Sorry, I just shat myself.
Lovely to know. Well, I'm standing behind you.
Sure. Right. Hold on. My initiative order messed up because I was looking at something. Right. Lydia, did we do your turn just now?
Yep.
Okay. Darren, you're up.
Anything that can give Ingvar a hand right now. Acid Splash has a range of 60 feet. Can I hit either of the golems?
You can hit one of the golems from this distance.
Then I will Acid Splash one of the golems.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
I'll do. Let's see. You hurl a bubble of acid. Choose one creature within range, or choose two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage. No attack required.
Golems are within 5 feet of each other. Do you want to do...
Yes, I would like to hurt them both.
Okay.
If I can.
So how much did you roll for that?
That is 3d6, and the saving throw is dexterity 19.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this for both of them. That's a natural one for both of them.
Okay. 3d6 damage it is. Bleh. That is 11.
Okay, so that's 22 damage for both of them.
Hee-hoo. That is a casting time of 1 action, so I can't do that again, so I will then move, I guess, 30... You know what, I'm gonna wait for Ingvar to catch up. I'm gonna hold my position, and then... I think that's mainly it for the moment.
Yeah. Librarian is up. That's another 90 feet. Stone Golem B. Is going to attempt to hit Ingvar. That is an 18 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And Stone Golem A back to the top of the turn order. That is a 9 to hit. Sorry, no, 11 to hit.
Oh.
But doesn't matter.
That's still good.
Ingvar, you're up.
Keep it running.
Okay, so that's another 100 feet. Goes to about here. I will say, if you guys keep running and dashing and running and dashing, at this point, the golems do not have enough movement speed to catch up with you.
That's the
Can
plan.
we just say we keep doing that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. If you want to say that you keep doing that, that's what we can do. The golems will try to chase you, but they will not be able to. Eventually, you will just outpace them. So
Are they
that is
gonna,
what...
Do we think they'll Pepe Le Pew this so that we'll turn around and they'll be like right behind us?
Oh.
Is this gonna be an It
Um,
Follows situation?
Okay. You guys sprint your way out of the magisterial palace, pushing past various politicians and public figures who are like looking around in the commotion,
Gangway,
trying
back
to figure
home.
out what's going on. You eventually, as you're exiting the palace, you look behind yourselves and you do not see the stone golems anywhere. As you're running out down one corridor, you look over your shoulder, down one corridor, and you see a pair of men, hog-tied and in their underwear behind a plant pot.
Oh.
Company time. Go.
Yep. Okay. You guys sprint out of the magistry just in time to meet up with the librarian, who is running back the other way.
Oh, Marcus, lovely to see you. Keep going. No, don't stop.
Okay, back around!
To the tavern.
To the tavern! Why are we announcing our location?
Okay.
I mean, they're not gonna know which tavern that we're talking about.
There's presumably more than one.
Probably more than one. Alright. You all sprint back to the tavern. You get to your lodgings, you slam the doors behind you, and you get out of initiative. You get out of combat.
We never encounter another thing like this. It's too much.
I could hear a lot going through the rings. What happened though?
There were two guards, but they weren't guards. They were golems, like that scarecrow thing from a while back, and they were really gerbil. They hurt like hell.
That's not good.
Brock
I
may have
got
soiled
the guy to
himself.
safety though. Oh. Well, that's the usual, I guess.
Oh, right, yes, we were saving somebody. Sorry, that slipped my mind a bit.
Yeah, do they still hate us there, or did that do anything at all?
I don't imagine we just made any friends.
Well, we should be expecting a letter when we get back to the tavern explaining what that whole mess was about, so... We'll see if he made it. He ran off to go get an airship as soon as possible.
Right. Well, fingers crossed. You know, I don't think I'm much up for a sauna yet, but if there's a bathhouse nearby, that might be worth visiting. Oh,
Well,
I'm
the bathhouse.
I feel like I'm heavier than I.
I was not dressed for running in this weather, I'll tell you that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, you all relax. About a day later, and you do hear like whisperings of something happened at the magistry, like there was some commotion, was there an explosion, something, like little whispers from tavern patrons here and there. None of you are mentioned, as far as you can tell. There is some whisperings of like, oh, a city official went missing, sort of thing. About a day later, you get a letter from the secretary, the undersecretary to the secretary of something. There's a lot of titles that aren't really explained in the letter, but the gist of it is the captain of the watch and one of the paladins of Tenna are conspiring with members of the magisterial council to get rid of specific witnesses to specific events. The man that you guys saved was a witness to a private conversation between one of the Magisterial Council and the captain of the City Watch. He had accidentally walked in on their conversation, and he knew too much. And that's why he knew he was going to end up getting killed for it. You guys were set up to be framed because you were an unknown variable. You weren't known in the halls of power, etc., etc., etc. There's no mention, as far as you're aware, of... And I'll say this outright. There's no mention of Blackwood or Theron or anyone related to that. The magisterial council member that is mentioned is a member called Arna Alikova. And Arna Alikova, you have spotted the name a few times in passing. Just little vague hints in here. Like there's little bits in newspapers here in Matina that you see about this particular figure. But she is the current member of the Magisterial Council that is set to take on a higher role in the judicial branch of the Matinian Council. She is the favored one for taking over as essentially the person who runs all the judicial systems of the city. This is what you've picked up in passing here and there. Little newspapers, little bits and pieces of people going, oh yeah, no, this person, we support this person, we don't support that person, etc., etc., etc. You also find out that the captain of the City Watch is set to retire within the next few weeks, and is going to, and that position is going to be handed over to the Paladin of Tenor that you met at the temple.
I feel like we're...
Oh boy.
We're in the middle of some kind of web, aren't we?
Can we just untangle it and leave?
I mean,
Can we just put the web aside and its many spiders and leave?
You are not required to stay.
Yeah, how many days has it been since the cult thing?
About 2 or 3 days.
I don't know if I still need to, but I should probably try to get some kind of wash.
Some kind of what?
Yeah.
Like, is there like a bathhouse nearby, or are there facilities at the tavern?
Sauna.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Are you good at that?
Yes, I'm very good at that. I can't roll below 21 with investigation. Yep.
Let's see what kind of bathhouse you find.
27.
Okay, 27.
I find us the location of a very specific class of anime episodes.
You it's early evening when you guys decide to go out to find a bathhouse. Admittedly, the tavern has pubs that they can bring up to your room and fill with water if needed. But Matina also has communal bathhouses here and there, because it's a desert city, water scarcity, all of that stuff. Having this stuff done in community is better for all of that stuff. You eventually find a bathhouse called Alazar's Bubble Palace, and you all it's like a silver, a silver per person for an hour ish, which is relatively expensive, all things considered. But you all sort of step into this like big, sort of wood-pillared sandstone walls, domed roof with all of these intricate designs on them. There is steam rising up from the baths themselves. There's essentially like there's like an area that's like locker storage on the outside. Then there's this pool of like cold water before you enter the bathhouse for like cleaning off your feet and stuff. And then there's like 3 different baths of different temperatures that are all communal. And then there's also like a couple of private baths in the back that you can take to if you prefer. But most people are in like just dressed down with just like a towel and just generally taking the leisure of the evening, as it were.
Right. I guess I'll do as the Romans do, so to speak.
Okay, who is joining? Who is not, I guess.
I am joining.
Okay. How? Okay. This is a discussion that I had with Lying a few weeks ago, but I will reiterate this for everybody else. How? And realistically, I should have gone through this at session 0, but I'll go through it now. How comfortable is everybody with descriptions of nudity? I don't care. It's my stream. I can do what I want. But this is for you guys.
I'm absolutely gonna be wearing a towel, just to put that out there.
I couldn't give a shit either way, to be fair.
So Prod is a slut, but Alfie is not. Which makes this a bit difficult. Whatever happens, Prod's into it. Alfie might be cringing.
I mean, this
isn't like the in character.
This is an
stuff
orgy
that
bathhouse,
happens. This
hopefully.
is whether or not we fade to black.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is... Do we fade to black, or would you prefer that I describe this scene in detail?
Describe the scene, but not objects within the scene.
Not the bodies, presumably.
Thank you. That is exactly what I mean.
lurid detail.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah. You all step into this steaming bathhouse. It is very warm. In fact, Darren, for you, it actually makes you feel a little drowsy. Like the steam and the heat just make you like relax. And it kind of goes that way for everybody. It's like the steam is rising and it just makes you all feel a little bit looser, a little bit more relaxed. You all grab some towels. You grab there's like soap in little dishes all around the edge of the baths as well, and like there's showers in the back for like if you want to wash your hair and stuff. It's a relatively pleasant experience. It's a little bit different from like Radavian. Because Radavi doesn't really do, like, communal baths. It's a lot more private up in the north. But down here in the south, these sort of communal baths are a regular thing. So it feels a little different. Especially for you, Darren, because, like, dwarves aren't majorly self-conscious about bodies. Like, they're something to be prized. They are artisanal in nature. So they're made to be shown off. But
It's a new thing for me, though.
It is a new thing for you. It's like there's a lot going on that you're not used to, but in this space, it's definitely new. It feels new. Yeah. You all scrub down. You get between those tiny scales. get all the sand out from under your fingernails. Eventually, you're all just relaxed, and you feel at peace with the world. Yeah. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about while you're in the bath?
You first.
No, Prod's just having a time of his life. He's scrubbing all over. He gets the soap out and is like, "Do you want me to do your back, bro?"
Prod, you really need some, like, boundaries.
Well, that's what I asked.
Well, fair, but you have, like...
That's like 70% better than usual.
fair. Is there, like, a small private bathing area or something where I could just take Prod aside for a second?
I mean, there's showers on one side of the room, and there's individual baths at the back of the like bathhouse that you can. They're not as often used, it seems.
I'll guess one of the baths. We can have a sit down or something.
Okay.
I sort of
Right.
follow you, being like, I get it. Some people can't have their backs rubbed in public. I had a bro who, moaned every time it happened. It was really uncomfortable.
Funny that. Prod, I get that you're a specific kind of way. I know you've dealt with all and sundry in the time just that I've known you. How do I put this? I'm not into you. I'm into women only. And I feel like since the whole dragony-ness, you have maybe not understood that necessarily.
Oh. Okay. This is not how it is for me. Okay, wait. So, two things. Number one, thank you. It's nice to have my gender affirmed. Secondly, no? Bro, we are bro. And you have broed up. And I feel like this broing is bro-delicious and broful.
Helping, can you stop saying bro, please? I can't, I'm losing it. I'm losing
This
it.
kills the Lucian.
Should have never let him the Frotexicon.
Bro, I love thee, but not in a sexual way. Honestly, if I was trying to... I test the waters almost immediately with everybody, and frankly, this... I got no from the beginning. We are good buddies, and I am trying to include you in my brofulness, because I feel like that's how you're... what you want to be. But if I've got the wrong end of the stick, I should treat you in a different way, that is sick. And I shall.
I mean, everything has been different the last few days for me, and in more than the obvious kind of way. I don't know. It kind of feels like I'm in my 20s. I'm not sure.
If
So
you want me to start picking you up again, I will.
you probably still could, but it might be a bit more awkward with the wings and whatnot.
That's fine, you can perch on my shoulder.
That might still be awkward with a low-hanging ceiling, but nonetheless, so you're really not into me, then?
No.
Clearly, parts of what I've been dealing with may have given me the wrong impression, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hot bod, love it for you, but also no.
Okay, Right. Well, that's good to know.
Do you still want me to scrub your back, bro?
You know what? Sure. It is very awkward to get with the wings.
Yeah, I know. That's why I offered.
Well, thank you. Do you want me to scrub yours as well?
Nah, it's okay. My arms are super flexible. I like put my arm right behind my back and it's just kind of freaky.
Huh.
That's the point of them being so long. Orcs can scrub every part of their body.
Interesting to know.
I love saying these
Not
things and just looking at
factually
Lying's face while I say them.
Not factually true, but go on.
And you know more about orc anatomy than I do?
I'm
Voice
the
in the
DM.
sky?
Yes, yes, I do.
Prod can
Carry
reach
on.
every part of their body. That is
You-
character lore. How dare you?
Darren, you
Believe you're not that
watch
buff then.
Prod just have a conversation with thin air. You don't know, you can't hear the voice in the sky. Just Prod is just having a conversation with nothing.
Look, it's very warm in here. I'm kind of groggy anyways. Yeah, fine. I'm fine with this.
Okay. Alright. Prod goes to whatever sort of pool-ish place that they have and lies in it and flops around.
Okay. Arcus and Ingvar, what are you guys doing?
First, watching whatever is fucking going on over there, apparently.
Well, we were in a private section, I believe the thing wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's not like private.
Like,
private,
walked
but
off
it's
together without telling us anything, though, so I'm just kind of like, ooh. Okay.
Oh no!
Someone's either getting punched or they're making out, so let's go with one of those two. Yeah, I'm just cleaning myself.
Darren. You did this to yourself.
Okay.
I guess Ingvar is next to me. And we're on our own for the first time in a while.
You can just hear the gentle snoring coming from Ingvar.
Yeah, Ingvar's just
Okay.
like collapsed, like just lying back in the bath, just like, I have no cares in the world right now.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna get on with cleaning myself, and that's it.
Okay. You all finish up in the bath. You clean up. You scrub. You feel cleansed of all the dirt and grime that this city has slowly settled upon your shoulders. And you exit the bathhouse. You are revitalized. I'm gonna say you will get an extra. You all get a full heal, not a long rest, just a full heal, and an extra 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So, you all head. You exit the bathhouse. It's late. You're all feeling a little groggy. Head back to the inn. Arcus. Roll
Yes.
me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh me, oh my, oh boy, oh bye. Let's see. Wait, sorry, saving throw.
Actually, no. Hold on. Before you do that.
Yep.
Which of you has the arm?
I
Prod
have
does.
the arm.
Prod does.
Oh, you have
okay.
the arm?
Prod, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit, shouldn't have said that.
Do I have the arm in my inventory still?
'Cause
No, I still have it in my inventory.
Oh.
You took it to the
Which of you
temple to
has
get
it?
it, to stop it from decaying, but it's in my inventory still at least.
Okay, so you have it then. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Arcus, roll me a wisdom saving throw. I assumed it was you, but I wanted to double check.
Yeah, because I thought I pulled it out recently as well, just like, hey! That's a 9.
Okay. Alright. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everybody. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. we'll be back with the next episode of Shadows of Sorcery 2 weeks from now, hopefully. As for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. I hope you had fun, and we shall see you all next time, where we'll find out what that wisdom saving throw did. Thank you all very much for joining us. Have a very good evening and a very good night. We'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now. Let's go raid somebody, shall we? Anybody else gonna say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Yeah, there we go. Bye, everybody. We're going to raid a sliver. Yay.
Sliver. Bye.
A sliver.
Bye.
Woo.
Speaking of Slither, it's Snake with 100 mage hands.
Yeah.